Well, not a good second night of a back-to-back for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Coming into the game, we all expected, or coming into today, we all expected Frederik Andersen to get the call in net tonight against the New York Islanders. Well, that did not happen. Frederik Andersen, day-to-day with a groin injury. We have no clue how serious it is. Mike Babcock and the medical staff aren't going to say squat, so it's kind of a day-by-day basis here. So they bring up Kazimierz Kaskisuo to back up Garrett Sparks. And Sparks is now going to play in back-to-back games. He played pretty well yesterday against Columbus. But he didn't play well today. Now, I'm not going to blame this game totally on him. You guys know my feelings towards Garrett Sparks. However, I can't throw the whole onus on him here. Let's break this puppy down. First things first. Midway through the first period, Valtteri Filppula pretty much splits the defenseman, makes them look soft and silly. And then fires it past Garrett Sparks to open up the scoring 1-0. And we're like, what the heck's going on here? Look, when we say be physical, we don't mean go into the corner and crush a guy. We're just asking you to battle for the puck. And it looked like they just didn't on the play. And you gave up the goal and you're down 1-0. Sorry guys if I sound stuffy, not feeling too well. It's that time of year, people. You guys know what it is. Let's go to the second period here in 2:49 in. Matthew Barzal tips in on Johnny Boychuk point shot. And then 2 minutes after that, on the power play, Matthew Barzal rips one past Garrett Sparks off the one-timer in Ovechkin's office, if you want to call it that. And it's 3-0. Now, the fourth goal, Garrett Sparks, I kind of want you to have that back, buddy. I mean, it was just, a 2-on-1, really. The goalie is supposed to take the shooter. And for the second game in a row, Garrett Sparks has been beaten 5-hole. As Matthew Barzal gets the hat trick, Leafs lose 4-0. And Isles fans are all jacked up. You know why? Because they beat John Tavares, right? And that was the whole story coming into the game. JT facing his old team. Well, clearly it didn't go too well today. Now, Garrett Sparks' stat line, 4 goals and 28 shots is not very good. However, you watch the goals. One was a tip-in. One is a one-timer blast from the top of the circle on the power play. Another one, your defense doesn't help you whatsoever. And it's basically a breakaway. Could he have saved it? Yeah. Again, positionally, was he good to make these saves? No. But they're tough saves. I'm trying to give Garrett Sparks the benefit of the doubt. But the consistency is just not there from Sparksy at all. And the Leafs show a little bit of pressure there in the third period. Oh, good for them. They outshoot the Islanders 18-8 in the third period. And guys, you know my feelings towards the whole shots on goal category. It's useless. It's a useless and meaningless stat. Because we have learned over at least the past few years, when the Leafs outshoot teams, they lose. And when they get outshot by a ton and give up 40, 50 shots, they win. Doesn't make much sense. Today, the Leafs outshot the Islanders 36-28, yet they lose 4-0. Shots on goal are meaningless. The special teams, we talked about how that was so good in Columbus. Not so good at home there tonight. 1 for 3 on the power play were the New York Islanders. The Leafs were 0 for 2 on their power play. Look, the Leafs coming into the game, I think they won, 6 straight games coming into tonight's game? They're going to have a stinker once in a while. And this team is pretty banged up right now. A lot of us don't really realize, with the top line being the way it is, how banged up this Leaf team is. You obviously have Zach Hyman, who's injured with the ankle injury, and we don't know how long he's going to be out. It's a day-by-day process, I guess, for him. And Tyler Ennis, who had been a really big impact player for this team, had 11 points and 7 goals in his time. He obviously had the fractured ankle. And then you lost your goaltender, who didn't play today. Now, it's not as bad as what the Raptors are going through in basketball and teams like that. But you win 5 or 6 in a row, you're bound to lose one at some point. And the Leafs lose today. And you know what? This also could have been a precautionary thing for Frederik Andersen. Because with the loss today, the Leafs' next game is not until the 3rd of January. So almost a full week. 5 days. Again, the Leafs are off, and then they welcome in the Minnesota Wild into Scotiabank Arena. The Leafs play, and it says it's expected Garrett Sparks. Now, I think that's all depending on Frederik Andersen's health. So I'm kind of happy that the Leafs are kind of having this stretch of not playing games because of the guys who are injured. Zach Hyman, we know how much of a big part of this team that guy is. We've seen what Tyler Ennis could do for this team in many aspects. And obviously, Frederik Andersen is your starting goalie. He's, earlier in the year, he was a Vezina. There was Vezina talk towards Frederik Andersen. Now, yeah, with some struggling play lately and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of dwindled away a little bit, but he's still been a really, really good goaltender for the team. And for Garrett Sparks, it's a roller coaster ride. We have no idea what we're going to get from one day to the next, statistically. You watch today's game, and yeah, he did make some big saves. He did give up a couple stinkers. And there were a couple miscues on the defensive end. So really, who are you going to blame this one on? I'm going to blame this on the defense and the team not being able to kill a penalty, right? The penalty kill has been a really, really bad thing for this team this year. You look back to last year, who'd you have on that PK that you don't have this year? Leo Komarov. And the New York Islanders are loving Uncle Leo. We loved him too, but cap space and all that kind of stuff, he didn't really have a spot on this team. But you're seeing how much of an impact how big of an impact he had, because this penalty kill is now fallen. And it is now what? Is it still top 20? I think it is, but barely. But like I said in the Raptor game, and I'll say it again here. Great teams have a bad game once in a while. When was the last time we saw this Leaf team actually play a legit bad game? It's been a little bit. And I don't want people to say, well, that Tampa game down in Tampa. They outplayed the Lightning. They just couldn't beat Vasilevsky. Keep going. This team is so good. Defensively, yeah, there's obviously going to be question marks there all over the place. And the consistency of Garrett Sparks is always going to be up in the air. I thought of something, you guys. Now, I'm going to throw this, guys. This is kind of my question of the game other than the player of the game. With the Carolina Hurricanes not playing good, out of a playoff spot right now, and probably not going to make the playoffs this year. Curtis McElhinney, 35 years old, 1 year left on his deal. With Garrett Sparks being mediocre at best, do you maybe try and get McElhinney back? I don't know. It's a question for you guys. McElhinney's having a great year in Carolina. I mean, he's carried over what he did here in Toronto, and he's carrying it right into Carolina. He's done a great job over there, except the team just sucks. All right? And guys, look, we got to take this game for what it is. It's a 4-0 whomping, whatever. You take it, you move on, you throw this game away. And guys, enjoy your new year. Enjoy your family, all that great stuff. Stay safe at New Year's, everybody. And January 3rd, Thursday, January 3rd is when we will pick this back up as the Leafs welcome in the Minnesota Wild. It's a 2 p.m. What the heck is a 2 p.m. puck drop? On Thursday, January 3rd. Not sure why. You guys can go nuts about that stuff. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed the video, and you guys did not enjoy the game today. Smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below, guys, your thought about the whole Curtis McElhinney situation that I was just talking about. Your player of the game of this one, I think I got to give it to Matthew Barzal. Anytime you get a hat trick, a natural hat trick, he did pretty darn good. So he's the player of the game in this one. For the Leafs, though, I don't have one. They're bad. You can say, well, this forward looked all right. No, the team didn't play well. So yeah, take it for what it is. All right. So you know what, guys? Go nuts in the comments below about this game, this video, everything you guys want to talk about. And Evan and I will talk to you guys probably January 2nd. excuse me, podcast edition. Links are in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes, guys. Twitter is also down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff, and I will talk to you guys Raptors edition as this Raptor team looks to get back on track after that abysmal loss to the Orlando Magic there last night, as they welcome in the Chicago Bulls to Scotiabank Arena, 6 p.m. tip-off there tomorrow evening, as the Raptors look to get back in the win column and just feel good. You know, at this point, the way this team's playing right now, you want to just start feeling good. And look, Chicago's been playing well lately. Markkanen, Zach LaVine, they're great players. This Raptor team, in hindsight, should still beat them. But we're going to have to wait and see how that all plays out tomorrow night. And as for the Leafs, guys, like we said, they don't pick this back up until Thursday, January 3rd, as the Minnesota Wild come to town. 2 p.m. puck drop. Is this a baseball game or something? Why the heck's it 2 in the afternoon? If you guys know that, please let me know in the comments below, guys. Why the heck's it 2 in the afternoon game? I'm actually just wanted to see here. Is it a promotional game? Oh, okay. So there you guys go. So you guys can go nuts about that, how you feel about the 2 o'clock game. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you did enjoy this game, because if you did, you must be an Islander fan, or you must not have watched the same game I did. And we'll talk to you guys in the new year, in 2019. Like I said, guys, have a very safe and happy new year. And we'll talk to you guys in 2019, Thursday, January 3rd, as the Leafs welcome in the Minnesota Wild. 2 p.m. puck drop at Scotiabank Arena. Hoping Freddie Rick Anderson versus Devin Dubnyk will be the expected starters for me. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys then.